How long does an impact assessment study take to complete? Have you ever wondered how long it takes to complete an impact assessment study in archaeology? This question is important for anyone involved in projects that might affect archaeological sites. The duration of an impact assessment study can vary widely based on several factors. Let's break it down step by step. First, we start with the preliminary desk-based assessment. This initial phase involves reviewing existing records, historical documents, and maps. The goal is to identify known archaeological sites or areas of potential concern. Depending on how accessible the information is, this stage can take a few weeks. Next, we move on to the field survey and inventory. This is where archaeologists conduct a systematic survey to locate and record archaeological sites and artifacts within the project area. The time required for this stage can range from several weeks to a few months. If the area is large or has complex terrain, it may take longer. After the fieldwork, the next step is impact identification and evaluation. Here, the assessment evaluates how the proposed project will affect the identified archaeological resources. This evaluation often includes determining the magnitude and severity of potential impacts. This stage can take several weeks as well. Once the evaluation is complete, the findings are compiled into a report. This report includes site evaluations, impact assessments, and recommendations for managing or mitigating any adverse effects. Preparing this report and getting it reviewed by regulatory bodies can add additional weeks to the timeline. Consultation and permitting are also important factors. Depending on the jurisdiction, consultation with indigenous groups and local communities may be required. This process can extend the timeline, especially if mitigation measures need to be discussed. If impacts cannot be avoided, the study will propose mitigation strategies. These might include excavation or monitoring during construction. Planning these actions can take extra time before the project can move forward. So, what is the typical overall duration for an impact assessment study? For straightforward projects with limited archaeological sensitivity, assessments can be completed within 1 to 3 months. However, more complex projects that involve multiple sites or extensive fieldwork may take 6 months or longer. Large infrastructure developments in archaeologically rich areas could requiring a year or more to complete all assessment and management phases. Several factors influence the duration of these studies. The size and complexity of the project area, the number of archaeological sites present, and the accessibility of the site all play a role. Additionally, regulatory requirements and the availability of qualified archaeologists can affect timelines. In practical terms, archaeological impact assessments are essential for project planning. They help prevent or minimize damage to cultural heritage. Early assessments allow for design adjustments that can avoid significant sites, reducing costly delays later on. When impacts cannot be avoided, assessments guide scientifically informed mitigation strategies. In summary, the duration of an archaeological impact assessment study can range from a few months to over a year. This timeline ensures thorough evaluation and responsible management of archaeological resources in the context of development projects. Understanding these timelines can help project planners better prepare for the archaeological aspects of their work.